Okay, hello. You guys are probably going to be hearing like my fan. It's really hot here, but this is beyond my control. Like I'm sweating and I'm just sitting here. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. This is like my second time recording this video. It's kind of crazy actually. I don't know what happened. I think. How can I say? I don't know. I think Google Docs rolled back a save state, if that's a thing or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, like the book was finished, and then I went on a hiatus because Christmas, and then I came back, and then the book wasn't finished. I don't know what happened. But yeah, like this is going to be the my reveal, right, of my combat dancer, right. This is a pretty cool class. I am really proud of it. It's how can I explain it? It's a martial support class, and it's more like a middle ranger, like the rogue or the monk. And when I'm making classes for D&D, I try to make classes that are like applicable, like viable for pretty much every single how can I say, for every single campaign, for every single scenario, right? Like the default classes of D&D. And I think with the combat dancer, I have achieved that. I think. So she's like basically a support character, because there's a little bit of this problem with like every support character in every support class in D&D is magical based, and then some people don't like magic. Like they don't like to play as a druid or cleric. Like they just want to be like something like a warrior, right? And you can kind of play. I mean, in theory, you can play as a fighter, a support fighter, with the banner hat or the purple dragon knight. But in reality, the subclass is just so awful that it's just and it's like not really, it's not very good. So let's get to it, shall we? So for hit dice, we have like 1d8. It's pretty standard for this type of class. And it might seem like it's not a lot, but I feel like that the AC that you get as a dancer is like good enough to the point where you don't need more than 1d8. Because you also get you also get like the ability later on to like use dodge as a bonus action, and that like really improves your stuff, your resilience, I can say. Yeah, like it's just you're fine with 1d8. You're good to go. You have like light armor. You have all simple weapons. Whips, which is kind of like which is kind of like one of the like core items you're gonna be using as a dancer. Scimitars, short swords, and chakram, which are a new weapon, right? You have proficiency with one instrument or performance related to, like a tambourine or juggling props. Your saving throws are dexterity and charisma, and you can choose between 3 skills between acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, or stealth, which is, you were spoiled by choices. I think that's like very good choices. And then for your starting equipment, you have to choose between a short sword or a whip. Sorry, it's a short sword and a dungeoneer pack, or a whip and an entertainer's pack. Is this spelled correctly? I'm actually kind of curious. Doesn't seem like it is. Dungeoneer. It is. Wow, that's a weird word. You also get like a musical instrument or performance tool, 2 chakram, or a short bow and 20 arrows. So the chakram is basically like a knife, a throwable knife, but it does 1d6 slashing damage instead of 1d4 piercing damage, right? It's also a little bit more expensive. Here is the progression table for the dancer, right? And then let's get to the features, like the class features, right? At level 1, you get so like on the first like 3 levels, you get like a lot of the stuff that you would get as a monk. Like where you're not wearing any armor or wielding a shield, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your charisma, which are very nice. These are like the stuff that you want to maximize as a dancer. So like I said, it increases your armor class, right? Rhythmic strikes. This is basically like similar to the monk, how he does like more damage with unarmored strikes. This how can I explain? Yeah, it's basically the same thing. This doesn't need to say formally rhythm die, but whatever. I kind of want to fix it formally, because it's like before this the unarmored damage used to be called rhythm die. That's why that's there. So yeah, like this is going to have like some similarities from the monk. The reason for that is because this class is actually like for those who don't know, this is like a translation. This is like an adaptation of a D&D 3.5e class, and that class was very similar to the monk. So some of the stuff, like it's going to have like some of the monk stuff, because remember 3.5e doesn't have subclasses; they just have similar classes, and this is pretty much what it is. And here is the main jazz of the combat dancer. You learn to perform special dances that bolster your allies and hinder your enemies. Dancers know you know 2 dances of your choice from the list of combat dancers. Blah, blah, blah. You learn additional dances as you gain level. On the levels 11 and 17, you get up to 4. And whenever you get a level, you can replace one of your dances that you know. You start a dance a number of times equal to your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus. Minimum of 1. Actually, minimum of 1 should be on charisma, not proficiency bonus. Let me fix that as well. Sorry. Because you're never going to have like a proficiency bonus lower than 1. Right? But sometimes you might have like a proficiency bonus lower than a modifier lower than 1, right? You regain all expended uses after a long rest. As a bonus action, you begin performing one of your known dances. The dance lasts for up to 1 minute. It ends if you're incapacitated or da-da-da. It's not saying about concentration, and I think it should. Just as heads up. You must concentrate on your dance as if it was a magic. I don't know how to write this, but anyway. Um, your dances affect the creatures within 20 feet of you. At level 15, this radius increases to 60 feet. While performing a dance, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls. So, if you're dancing, you're going to miss your attacks a lot. Let me fix myself here. Good. While performing a dance, you have I already read that. At the start of each of your turns, while dancing, you can choose to continue dancing. Blah blah blah. No actions required. Once the dance ends, you must use another action and spend blah 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 blah. Right. Here are your dances. You have Dance of Inspiration, which is basically just bless. Dance of Protection, you get like +2 armor, and your allies get +2, right? Dance of Swiftness, this basically increases like your movement by 2 feet, and you also basically are using dodge while you are in the range, like you don't startle like opportunity attacks. Dance of Resilience, you are resistant to 1 damage type of your choice when you start dancing the thing, right? So it can be pretty much any damage you want. Pretty good against like if you're in like a fire volcano, right? You use fire, and then pretty much all the fire damage doesn't affect you anymore. Pretty cool. Damage within the radius have disadvantage on all saving throws, and attack rolls against them have advantage. That's like the Dance of Weakening, basically like Bane, right? Oh wait, no, this one is I feel like these two are like 2 halves of the Bane. Dance of Hindrance, like they're going to miss some of the attacks. Hold on, this is like, oh wait, no, this is like easier to hit them, right? Because they have like low saving throws, and attacks against them have chance, so like it's easier to hit them. And this one is like they deal less damage and they miss more. Yeah, basically. Pretty good dance. Like I mean, all of these dances are like really nicely. They're meant to be like I balance them in a way so that like there's no wrong choices, because in playtesting, I really felt like like you could like pick like 2 bad dances, like or 2 dances that don't combine don't combine very well, and so like basically like like, because like how can I explain? It's like they were like peculiar dances that you would use on like niche moments, and if you pick 2 of those, you're basically like what would happen is like you would basically be like a useless support until you level up and you start like changing your dances. But yeah, so I try to make it so that like you don't get punished for picking a dance, right? You don't get punished like when you're creating your character for making like a wrong choice or whatever. Dance of Warning, allies within the radius have advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects. So like attacks miss them, basically miss your allies. And Dance of Vitality, allies within the radius gain temporary hit points equal to your combat dancer level at the start of each of their turns, and are healed of blindness, deafness, paralysis, or poison. Yeah. Like, keep in mind that this is like, okay, so just like I probably need to do this. Probably need to do this so it's easier to understand. Only 1 condition per turn. Yeah, I feel like this would be easier to understand, because like, okay, because this is like saying or, as in like you're not let's suppose you're like, it's the start of your turn and you're blind, deaf, paralyzed and poisoned. you're not healing all of those conditions. You pick one and you heal that one. Basically, that's what you do. You know. Dancer's Inspiration. You can use the dodge or help action as a bonus action on your turn, which is like, it's a very appropriate ability for Dancer. I feel like. I mean, yeah, like, do I need to spell it out? Like, dodge, you're a Dancer, you're all about dodging, and help, I mean, you're support, so yeah, you should probably help your allies hitting their attacks. A lot of people don't actually notice. Let me pick like my shield here. It's very funny, but like, this is like a default action in D&D, and a lot of people don't even know that it exists or what it does. You can use your help, like help action, right? You help one creature with a task, giving that creature advantage on the next ability check. It makes for that task. Or you distract one creature within 5 feet of you, and the next attack roll that an ally of yours makes against that creature has advantage. Whichever option you choose, the adventure goes away. The advantage goes away once used, or when your next turn starts. This is a default ability that everyone can do in D&D, and some people just, bottom line, don't even know that's a thing. You can also have like Healing Surge, by the way. You can actually heal yourself. It's crazy, like some of the stuff that people don't know. Unarmed movement. This is like, again, similar to the monk. If you are not wearing like armor, you get more. You get to move more, which is important because like your support abilities are like your allies only get your support abilities if they're close to you. So a lot of the times you will be like literally dancing around the battlefield, trying to get your bonus toward your party, or to get like some specific like party members who need it more than others, right? So you really need a lot of movement speed with this class. And then you get like you get to level 3 and you get to choose one of your subclasses, and we will be seeing them in a minute. Level 5 you get your extra attack, pretty standard. Level 7 you get evasion, which is also pretty standard for a martial class, for a middle range martial class. 9 you have improvement in our movement. You gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move. This is like something that was also like from the original Combat Dancer class on 3.5e. Dance of the Wind. Oh wait, no, sorry, I skipped one. Graceful Landing. You reduce any falling damage on you take by an amount equal to 5 times your Combat Dancer level. So basically you don't take fall, which is kind of crazy. Dance of the Wild. When you use your action to start a dance, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed until the end of your turn, which is kind of crazy actually. But again, this is like level 13. Like at this point, you're basically like already like this is where like more or less where campaigns aimed at level 13, right? So you're already like basically at the late game. There's this myth that campaign ends at level 20. That's like just a myth. At 20th level, when you roll initiative and have no uses of dance left, you regain 1 use. Martial dances are performers who turn their bodies into. Oh, why am I reading that out loud? Sorry. So martial dancers, like this is like the this is one of the subclasses, right? And it's basically like inspired by fight styles that incorporate dancing into it. So you have to pick which one you're basically using. So you can have to choose like between capoeira, tai chi, or kalari payattu, which is an Indian fighting style. And I know that some people are gonna say like that Tai Chi isn't like really a dance, but a lot of like, I think I should just put like kung fu, Tai Chi, so people don't get like, so people don't actually me. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, you see, Tai Chi isn't really a dance. It's more of like a yoga or something. Yeah, but that's kind of a performative action, which is basically a dance. You know, like a lot of kung fu is like performative. Even like on Shaolin monks, which is like the more like serious stuff, which is cool. Like it's fine. It's okay for fighting styles to be performative. That doesn't diminish them. So basically, what they do, like, you know, you pick one of these like 3 styles, and when you start dancing, you get these buffs. Capoeira basically helps you like dodge more attacks. Tai Chi makes you tank a little bit more, kinda. And Kalari Payatu makes you do more damage, right? And then you get like on pretty much like every subclass, you get like a free dance. The dance you get like with this one is Dance of Swiftness. On level 6, you adopt like when you start dancing, you may use the. Oh yeah, by the way, the dances also like they nullify your disadvantage on attack rolls from dancing, so you can like just keep attacking with no problem. Like this becomes like a more like aggressive support, you could say. You may use the dodge action on your turn without wasting any action. So like this is like crazy good for like this is like so strong actually. You know, it's like you are like you are using an armor damage, which kind of sucks because it's like it doesn't do as much damage as like as you would wish, I guess you could say. But I mean, you are dodging everything, so it's like everything has like disadvantage against you. So it's kind of crazy. At level 10, you get like improved critical. Level 14, you can use one of your like dance performance uses to basically try to stun your opponent, the target, if you hit them, which is nice, right? You get like some like status infliction. And then at level 18, you get like an extra attack, so which is kind of crazy because you already get like the bonus crit, so you're going to like hit like 3 times with bonus crit. I only went with like a extra attack for this one because I feel like it kind of like fits the genre of like, you know, like of like fighting games when you're like just doing combos, right? I feel like that's like very. I feel like it's something that like a martial artist would do. Right? Even in GURPS, where it like because like, you know, in the GURPS system, like they don't really like multiple attacks in one turn. Even there, like you can use like 3 attacks as a martial artist per turn without having any disadvantage. Because you get disadvantage when you do like more than 1 attack per turn in GURPS. So anyway, sword dancers, blah 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 blah. So the sword dancer is kind of like inspired by Illidan from Warcraft 3. In fact, they get the double scimitar proficiency if you are playing with double scimitars in your campaign. They also get like proficiency with basically every single sword, because, you know, sword dancer, it's kind of like in the name. You can pick like one fighting style between those, right? And you also get wait, one. 2. Now that I'm seeing this, I feel like I kind of stacked, didn't I? Because I'm giving you like proficiency, a fighting style. Yeah, I'm giving you like four feats. I feel like I kind of am stacking you guys. But it wasn't a problem in playtesting. Yeah, anyway. So Blade Dance is basically like, the only thing it does is like, it basically just ignores the penalty for attacking as well, like similarly to the martial artist. And then you also get Dance of Swiftness, which is going to help you like attack people from behind without being attacked from opportunity attacks, right? At level 6, you get the ability of like, if someone misses you, you can use your reaction to move up to your speed toward the creature, and if you end movement within reach, you can attack them as a counter attack. On level 10, you basically get like a skill, like a skill attack maneuver kinda. You can spend one of your dance performance and make a melee attack that hits for 3d6 additional damage, and the target must make a Constitution saving throw or be stunned, which is a little bit stronger than this one. Should it be stronger though? I wonder, should it really? I don't know. Should I nerf this? Anyway, it wasn't. I didn't actually got to play test this. It should probably be an issue. Yeah, I think I'm going to remove the extra damage. Or I could just make it so that like this uses like 2 dance performances. Yeah, I guess that would be fine. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Your blah, 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 moonlight make you blah, 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 blah. So you get like +2 bonus to your armor class, and at level 18 you expend 1 user of your dance to move up to speed without provoking opportunity attacks. During the movement, you can make a melee weapon attack against any number of creatures within your reach, with a separate attack roll for each target. Each target hits the extra damage. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it so that like that. Like this is like also pretty cool. Like this is like AOE damage. It's kind of cool. You just like, it's kind of like you're like the idea of Blade Storm is that you're basically doing like the spin to win ability, right? You're just like spinning, and then hitting everyone right in your path. But yeah, like I didn't actually get to play test this. And it never like hit me, but I feel like this is expand 2 uses of your dance performance. Yeah. Seems too strong because like it's like 3d6 damage bonus. It's basically like a spell on top of your attack. I feel like that might be too strong. Either that. Long rest or short rest? I wonder. Or like any rest. Long rest. I mean, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I'm leaving it at that. Damn. What a time to realize that maybe I didn't do enough play testing. But I feel like that's like kind of like a. Unfortunately, this is like the reality of a lot of us, like homebrewers, because we don't really have like the means to play test stuff like extensively for like 2 years or whatever. Oh well, yeah, I guess it's part of like it is what it is, right? At least we can fix our we can patch things later, right? I mean, if anyone like has a problem with this class, like like, oh hey, I am like, someone brought up this class to me on my table, but I banned it, and the reason why I banned it is because I think that this or that is too strong. Or if you just overall like or oh hey, I was playing with this and a player found like an exploit with your class, please send me feedback. I will patch it. And yeah, I will patch any issue with the class, gladly so. Here's the performer. Performer is like kind of like the so like it's basically like the it's like you're kind of like become half of a bard. At level 3 you get like the ability to cast like, you get like 2 bard cantrips. You get like I think it was 3 bard spells. Yeah, of level 1 of your choice. And you can use like musical instrument or blah 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 for your bard spells as like a spellcasting focus. Here is your like, this is like like a kind of like the Eldritch Knight. You go for up to like 4 spell slots, and you learn a very limited amount of spells per level, up to 13. You also gain proficiency with performance skill, because you're kind of like the performer, and if you already have proficiency with this skill, you gain double the proficiency. Your free dance is Dance of Inspiration, which is the one that is basically Bless. At level 6 you get Healing Dance, which is something that like the bard can do basically. If you're in a short rest or long rest, you can just like spend like your hit dice on your allies to heal them a little bit. Allies within 10 feet of you gain a bonus of their saving throws equal to your charisma modifier. So you basically get like a paladin aura at level 10 that helps your allies evade those nasty fireballs or dragon flame or dragon's breaths, right? Bolstering dance. While you are performing a dance, allies in your dance phase can't make one additional attack. Oh yeah, this is the ability that I it's basically inspired from like Fire Emblem, where like dancers can like make you attack more, and that's basically what it is. You can attack like one more time if you're around like a dancer, which is pretty fucking good. And by the way, with allies within your dance, that does include you, by the way. It does, right? I'm not crazy, right? Arcana Inspiration. When you cast a spell of the ally gains temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier. It's missing. Hold on. I have to fix these things now. Like the reason why there's like a lot of like these mistakes is honestly because of my ADHD. They really get past me. Tamers are dancers who specialize in commanding creatures or people. It's kind of like you could think of it like as a succubus or like a druid or like a beastmaster ranger, right? Where he's like ordering his animal, right? It's between either that or like a D&D succubus, right? Is there like any cool art? Not really. Not really. I guess because they're not a class. Whatever. So you can use like, and this is pretty funny for role-playing reasons. This is like you can use animal handling as if it was like with people as if it was like persuasion. So you can be like, what I'm saying, like you can talk to people like bad dog, good dog, and just like whip the ground, bah, bah, bad dog, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you can be like a dominatrix, bro. Like, or if you're like a, I don't know, something like that. Intimidating charm, you can use your animal handling skill. Also, no, like this is like you gain proficiency with this, and then this is like, you can use it with people. Also, your whip, because like whip is kind of like the favorite weapon of the subclass. Like this is like a whip subclass. So the whip has like 10 feet. It goes to 15 feet, which is like 3 spaces usually. And you gain the Dance of Weakening, right, which is basically like the Bane spell. On level 6, you gain, when you perform a dance, you can choose well, this is weird. It's missing a W here. And there's a little bit of a typo. You can choose 2, and then again it should say up to 2 targets, right? Because if it's like 2, it's like, okay, so if there's like only 1, you can't use it. Again, a little bit of like ADHD issue. You can choose up to 2 target creatures within the dance radius to charm them. Which, considering that your dance starts at like 20 feet radius around you, that's pretty much as much as you can get, honestly. Very rarely you would get like more than that in that small space. But yeah, you can like choose them, and then you can try to charm them, which is good. It's good. It's like charming, meaning that they won't attack you. So like you, and like because you are a middle ranger, you do not want to get attacked. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Oh yeah, this doesn't work in combat. Sorry. I'm tripping. Dude, I'm totally tripping right now. What the fuck? Yeah, this is like for more like RP stuff, kinda. This is like you're using charm, so like you can like get to talk to people, basically. Not as in like you're going to fight people. You're going to you're not going to use this to like basically how can I explain? Avoid damage. It's more like to trick people into being a friend. Sorry, a bit of a brain fart there. It used to be like so that you could like just charm them in combat, and then I changed it. So it gets a little bit confusing for us sometimes. As a bonus action, on your turn, you can command one creature charmed by you within. Mosquito. The creature must, you can command one creature charmed by you, blah, blah, blah. The creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your combat dancer, blah, blah, blah. It follows a 1/1 command you issue. And again, this is like, kind of like outside of combat. Wait, actually, I think I found a contradiction on this class. I think I just found it. Because like this is the thing, like I don't really like playtest my stuff like past level 14 because there's no point. Nobody ever gets past like level 13. like being honest with you guys. But I feel like I found an issue. Hold on. So that Binding Whip. This is like basically if you're like doing a whip attack, you can use like a dense performance to restrain the target as if they were like grappled, by your whip. So pretty good. They can't move. They get like stuck to you, and yeah, that's a bit of an interesting ability. Excuse me. Bit of a. I had a feijoada today, so I'm a little blurpy today. Like for reals, dude. To be honest, I feel like they probably didn't prepare the feijoada right, because you don't get blurpy if you prepare it right. But anyway, you can cast Dominate Beast without expending a spell slot or material components. So like this is like basically like the evolution, and you can like use like command Beast without spending a spell. You can only use this feature once per rest, or you can dominate person without spending blah blah blah. So like this is basically the evolution of this, right? Because like this is like only outside of battle, and this is whenever you want it, you can use it on battle, right? And then, right, because they're being commanded and shit, because they are charmed, you actually get the compelling commands. You can actually get to use compelling commands on them. So you can like command them to creature. You can like just command them to do shit. Like I said, like it kind of feels like you're playing with a Succubus with this subclass. It's pretty cool. And at level 18, you basically get like a passive ability that makes it so that it's harder for them to clear the charm effect. They have disadvantage on resisting your commands and your charms. Blah 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 blah. The tower command. Oh, like it lasts for 1 hour, so it lasts a little bit more. Blah 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 blah. Must be reasonable, of course. Always has to be. So like yeah, like on early game, like the tamer is like getting like basically just stuff for like whipping and dealing damage, and later on it gets like a lot of like good stuff for commanding, right? And then here's like is one of my favorites. Okay, so it's here. The Moonlight Combat Dancer is basically like a tribal dancer. The Moonlight Combat Dancer is basically like the, what is it called? The divination wizard, right? With the portent feature, but you have like the portent of the moon, and the way it works. So like okay, so the way the wizard works is they throw like 2 like d20s, as I physically throw my dice here that you can't see. They throw like 2 d20s, and then you like note the results, right? And like if you're going to make like like let's say you get like for example what did I got here? 13 and 6. Okay, let me do like let me do it like this for you guys. Let me be visual, right? How do I do writing this thing again? Wait, can I just like paint? No, right? No, I can't do that. What is the point of that? Weird. How do I write? I forgot. I forgot how to OBS. How do I do you OBS? Is it this? Okay, it's this. Okay, so we have like 13 and 6, right? That's like the way it works. And okay, so let's say that I'm going to roll like a dice. Like, oh, I am going to attack you with firebolt, right? And I really want to hit for whatever reason. I don't know, it's important or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like, instead of rolling the dice, I'm just going to call to my DM like, hey, I am using one of my portent dices, so the result is 13. And just like that, the result is 13 plus my intelligence modifier and proficiency bonus. I end up hitting. And then if that DM's like attacking me, I am like, oh, don't roll the dice, you are getting a 6. You basically like dictate the uses, and obviously it's like only once per long rest. It's a really cool ability. It's one of the coolest abilities in the game. So with the Moonlight Dancer, the way it works, like, so the issue with this ability is that you only get to use it before. This one, the way it works is I roll once and I get to use it after, and it's for any dice roll in the campaign. Like, it doesn't matter, it's whatever, right? So it's like, let's say I land, like, I throw a dice for whatever reason and I land on a 1, right? I'm going to attack and I land a 1 or something like that. I can just use this and turn my failure into a success. Pretty good success even, right? That's how it works. It's like, it's basically like you only get 1, but it's better. It's a more potent portent is the idea. You also gain like one choice of a druid spell for cantrip. And your free spell, your free dance is Dance of Warding. On level 6, you gain like Rain Dance, which casts Call Lightning without spending one mana once per long rest. Or you can use Sun Dance, which is Daylight. This is based on Pokemon, actually, where you can do like Sunny Dance or Rain Dance. It's literally the same thing. So this makes like the, it makes it rain. It's like a pretty big and bad rain. It's a level 3 spell. I didn't realize that until now. Oh, I didn't realize it do damage. Like, I didn't realize it would like cast a lightning bolt. How much damage does it do? Dexterity. 3D. Ooh, that's actually nice. I thought it was just like, just rain. I find it weird, to be honest. I find it weird that this ability doesn't like make it so that you, how can I say? that it doesn't make it so that you have like disadvantage on sight. You know, like becomes like, you know, dark or poorly lit. You know, it doesn't affect lighting and it doesn't affect like vision. I feel like that's a little bit weird for that spell, but I guess it's like for balancing reasons. And then you have like daylight, which is just to clear the skies. I guess it's pretty good, you know, like if you're... Wait, does it turn like night into day? Can this do that? Yeah, it does. Because it's like, you're kind of like doing like Vegeta, you're making like a small sun. I didn't realize you could use it like that. That's actually pretty cool. Nice. So you get like these 2 spells on level 6. It's not like the best advantage, but it's a good advantage that you can get from that. Anyway, level 10. You have like the Ritual of Visions. You can spend 10 minutes performing a ritual dance to enter a trance. During the trance, you cast the Divination spell without expending a spell slot or material components. Hold on. The answer you receive is not only truthful, but also includes a brief vision of symbolic imagery. So like, the spell like is like, how can I explain? I don't like spells that force the DM, because I am a DM, right? Now my dog is a little bit scared of the wind. Yeah, he's a little bit scared. Too much wind for him. He thinks there's like ghosts in the house. Poor doggy. poor baby. As I was saying, like I don't like spells that like I don't like when like features are like they force the DM to give information or to do something that he doesn't want to do. He or she doesn't want to do. And this is like basically what it does. What it do is like, oh, the DM has to give a tip, but he can give it in the form of like symbols, and then the players have to interpret the symbols. So if the DM doesn't really want to be like very helpful, like he doesn't like, it's like, you know, it's like too important of a reveal and it's kind of like a spoiler and he doesn't want to spoil it, he can give like this very intricate symbol that is like very hard to understand. And it's like, you know, you're still kind of helping, you're still giving them like breadcrumbs, but you're not like straight up giving the answer, which is something that I really don't enjoy on RPG. Like for the player is awesome, but for the DM is like chaos, because like I know that, like, you know, like for a player this might sound like it's like cheating or something, but trust me, like it's like it ruins the big reveals of our campaigns. It's nightmare. And then again, like, you know, if the DM like wants to be like, you know, like more straight up, like, you know, like he wants to be like more like, he or she wants to be like more straight up, like they can be just like, oh, you discover that the person that you helped was actually a lich. It's like, boom. You know what I'm saying? It was a shapeshifter all along. Bada boom. You know what I'm saying? And the shapeshifter is exactly like the enemy that you guys are is the werewolf commander that you guys are against. You know, you can just exploit it if you want to. So I'm pretty much just giving the liberty to the DM to do whatever he wants, or he or she. Dance of Shadows, you blend of darkness and light, manipulating them of your advantage. This is like kind of like the Shadow Monk. You know, like you gain like advantages on dark. The reason why you get like advantages on dark is the idea that you gain like more benefits from the moonlight. You know, you get like more benefits at night or dark places, right? Because you are basically like a tribal shaman, right? At this point. And then 18, Lunar Eclipse, you basically enter into a Super Saiyan form. You get to resistance to all damage except force, you do more damage radiant or necrotic, you choose. You get regeneration. Like this is like your ultimate ability. It's super cool. Then you have like Oracle. Oracle is like, it's kind of like a mixture between like the wild magic sorcerer or wild magic barbarian and the cleric. So when you cast like dance, you roll one of these dances. Like you roll like one of these like divine favors, and you get like one of these like benefits. Like for example, let me roll one here, right? Shall we? Where's my D10? So I'll land on a 6. We get divine shield. You and all allies within your dance radius gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from 1 minute. So you get a little bit of a buff, and this buff doesn't cost you concentration or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. The Oracle, you know, is basically like inspired by like religious dancing, like you know, like how the Jews have like, you know, like dancing festivities, or the Muslims have like dancing as a form of prayer, or the Greek oracles, and so on and so forth. I believe the Indian also do a little bit of like religious dancing. I think the Buddhists as well, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's basically like, you know, like dancing in the like, it's like prayer in the dance of dancing, right? You're basically like a spiritual dancer, right? Your free dance is Dance of Vitality, because it makes perfect sense. At level 6, when you invoke a divine favor from your D10 stuff, you can roll 2 D10s instead of 1 and choose whichever you want, which is like so cool, because like at this point you have a little bit of control over your dances, right? So like, okay, I roll like a 5, and previously I had roll a 6. So like now I can either roll like Divine Shield or Wrath of the Divine, which is going to do it's going to take a little bit of damage, right? A little bit of damage from me. So I can choose between these two, and that's like, you know, a little bit of like more control over your class. So that is not completely random, because I know that some people don't like it's kind of weird, because like for some people it's like, you know, like the wild magic barbarian, they live for it, while other people, they hate it, and there's like no in between. So I'm trying to have like a middle ground here for, you know, people who like it or don't like it. But this is like a really good class. Like you get like to stack bonuses on top of your dances. Like it's really good, actually. On level 10, you can give like basically help as a reaction to your allies. Super good, right? It's kind of like you're giving like an inspiration dice for them or something like that. At level 14, you can, like when you roll, because like at this point you're rolling 2 times, 2 d10s, right? You can waste a use of your dance performance to. Oh, sorry. You can waste 2 uses of your dance performance to apply dance feat. No, we don't use this name. Dance performance. So you can apply like basically both of the results if you like them, but you spend like 2 uses. It's like it's expensive but powerful, Is all I can say about this. And then at level 18, you automatically use the both of the results without having to waste uses of your dances. So that's kind of crazy, actually. Kind of insane, actually. Like, for reals. And then we have like the Jester. The Jester is kind of like the Warlock, but you, instead of making a pact with an entity, you make a pact with your own insanity. You make a pact with yourself, with your inner crazy self. Because you're making a pact with yourself, it's kind of like weaker, but still, it's pretty awesome. You start with like 1 Warlock spell slot, and then you get like 2 level 1 Warlock spells. How many cantrips do you know? 2 Warlock cantrips. Technically 1, because you're going to always pick Eldritch Blast. Why wouldn't you pick Eldritch Blast? It's the best. Blah 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 blah. You get Dance of Enfeeblement. Here is like your level progression. At level 6, you get like your second Warlock spell, and then you never gain Warlock spells ever again. But they do become stronger, like the Warlock. Right. Level 6, you get like you gain both the cantrip of like Vicious Mockery, and you get like the Taunt, which is basically like you get like the Taunt, which is like a bonus action, which is basically it's basically help, but it's bad and it's for the enemies. Right. At level 10, like this is like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this ability. I feel like it's pretty bad. When someone like misses you, and they are like close to an ally of their own, you can make they hit their ally instead of hitting you. I think it's a bit of a meme, but because it's like realistically it's never going to happen, but Oh, and enemies against you have like disadvantage on the opportunity attacks against you. So if you're like running away because you're squishy, you can still get opportunity attacked, but you have a lower chance of being actually hit. Like it's as if you're doing dodge, right? Dance of Chaos. While you're performing a dance, you can choose to emit an aura of chaos. Enemies within the aura must make a wisdom saving throw, or they become basically confused. On level 18, when a creature you can see makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use a reaction to impose disadvantage on that roll, or cause it to automatically fail. So you can make them like really annoying, really annoyed. Let me close the window real quick, because this is kind of getting crazy. Like it's too much wind. Oh, you like that, don't you? You like that. No more scary wind for you. Yeah, my dog is basically thanking me for closing the windows. He's so cute. And then finally we have the acrobatic archer, and I don't know. I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry, guys. I suck at names. So this is like the acrobatic archer combat dancer. I suck. I cannot do this for the life of me. At level 3, you gain like proficiency with longbow, shortbow, and hand crossbow. And you don't have disadvantage with bows while you're dancing. Only with bows. Okay. When you make a ranged weapon attack, you can move up to 10 feet as part of the attack without suffering opportunity attacks. This is like really cool. It's like, imagine like you're in the face of an enemy. You basically like just hop backwards and shoot them with an arrow. Like, this is like super cool. Or if you're using like a, yeah, like you're basically doing like cool ranger shit. And last but not least, you also gain the Dance of Swiftness. Which at this point is more for your allies than for you, because you already have like opportunity. You already have like basically like disengage, right, when you are attacking. Excuse me. Hold on, I wonder. Just want to see something. Just want to see something on the dances. Real quick. Meh. That's what I will. Anyway. So yeah. And as a bonus action, so you get like, yeah, that was the dance you get. Level 6. You become more. You become more. This is on the wrong font size. There. You gain the proficiency in acrobatic skill. If you already are proficient in the skill, you add double your proficiency bonus. And as a bonus action, you can use tumble. No, sorry, you can use like acrobatics check to walk on difficult terrain without wasting, like normally, without taking difficult penalties or anything like that. At level 10, when you make a dexterity saving throw and succeed, you can use our reaction to move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks, which is going to stack with your level 7 ability of evasion. So you're not taking damage and you're going to move away, right? So like this is like a very keep away class, right? Volley at this is like basically AoE damage. You throw like a lot of arrows in a 10-foot radius. And if you are dancing, you increase the radius by 10 more feet. So it's pretty crazy, pretty good AoE ability. And you can use this ability a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1. And you also have Impossible Shot, which is also on the wrong font. Impossible Shot. Yeah, this is like 13, and then this is like 11. As an action, you can make a single ranged weapon attack that ignores all covers, including total cover, blah 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 blah. This attack has advantage, and on a hit, it deals additional damage equal to 6d6. Once you use this feature, you can use it again until you finish a short or long rest. This is basically your ultimate ability. It's kind of like in Smite, you know, when what was the name of the Neef? I think it was called. Yeah, it's kind of like how like when Neef is like she's constantly like using her ultimate ability. She's concentrating her shot to hit you for like big damage, right? That's literally what it is, right? It's your ultimate ability.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick you.
I didn't show you there, baby. And that is it. This is my... Gee, once again. This is my... This is the combat dancer. In a nutshell, it's like I try to have like a lot of like different classes so that people of all backgrounds can enjoy the class and have fun with it. Basically customize it to their liking in a way that is balanced and fun. And yeah, like I hope you guys play it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and it's a pleasure to make this stuff for you guys. So, thank you for watching. Next video I am going to... next video is probably going to be the summoner, but the summoner is still in playtesting, so this might take a little bit of a while. But yeah, like, and it might be my last 5e class for a while, I think. I feel like I'm kind of done with classes. I feel like I already did like all the classes that I felt like was missing. Like, you know, like Blood Mage, Combat Dancer, and Summoner, I feel like these are pretty much the classes that I thought of that were missing. Like there are other, like obviously there are other homebrews that made classes that are really well designed and can also be used in pretty much every campaign. But yeah, this is basically it for my contributions to D&D 5e, I guess. The Summoner is gonna be super cool, by the way. The Summoner, I'm really proud of the Summoner. Stay tuned, and goodbye.